So guys, all of the rumors and the leaks were true. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is actually cutting supply drops out of the game. Man, it's honestly a really good day to be a fan of the franchise. Anyways, Call of Duty Black Ops 4's Black Market returned in today's update, and some changes have been made to the cosmetic systems. And there's a lot of good news going on around this that we're going to talk about today. And one of the biggest things is, yes, this Contraband stream, as it has been named, is actually free. Now, I couldn't believe personally that they would ever drop something like this and make it free, but this Battle Pass lookalike is actually going to be free to all players. Reading the article here and actually looking at it in-game, which is what you're going to be seeing right now, you will see that this entire thing is free. All you have to do is get in there, you play the game, and you're going to be earning all of these cosmetics, which include all new Blackout characters, signature weapons, specialist outfits, tags and gestures, and more. With the launch of the Black Market today giving us access to the first look at the Contraband items, we're actually going to be now learning about operations, which is basically like an event. New operations are going to deliver new content every few months. The first operation is now live in Black Ops 4 called First Strike. It goes live on PlayStation 4 today. And like I said, all of these streams are free for all players, which means you will not have to pay for the Contraband Pass or the Contraband stream. You will be just allowed to get on Black Ops 4 and earn these things. This is huge. I was sure that they were going to be charging for this. I knew that, just knowing Activision, we had some sort of idea behind how they were going to do this. The last 4 or so years have just been supply drops being shoveled down our throats, all these different microtransactions, and then all of a sudden they just changed this up, and I think we all know why. Fortnite has honestly changed the way we look at microtransactions in games, so this is extremely awesome news, because supply drops, like I said, they've been a very toxic part of Call of Duty for a very long time. The community is very divided on them. They have caused a lot of controversy while at the same time making Activision a lot of money. But overall, I would definitely say that going this route is way more pro-consumer than having supply drops. Giving us the ability to actually earn things in-game instead of having to buy them through these randomized loot boxes is awesome, and I think that it's going to really help prolong the life of this game. Keep in mind that the rewards will not be locked to one specific mode of the game. You will be allowed to earn emotes and gestures and stuff that you can use between multiplayer and Blackout. Of course, you will be able to earn exclusive things like signature weapons for multiplayer and characters for Blackout. But not only will we be seeing these operations come into the game that give us the ability to earn free things, just based on every few months a new operation coming out, we will also be seeing actual special events. Special events we've seen in Call of Duty for a while now. We saw them in Modern Warfare Remastered, we saw some of them in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, we saw a lot of them in World War II, so I think we all kind of have an idea behind what these are. Around major holidays and, during the summer and things like that, Call of Duty has been introducing these things called events into their games over the last couple years, where players have the opportunity to earn things by playing. It's basically just a big event that offers a whole bunch of new stuff, new content in the game, new game modes, possibly new designed maps and things like that, like we saw Beach Bog. That was one of my favorite maps in Modern Warfare Remastered, so the first special event will actually be based around Halloween, and it will be starting on October 20th for PlayStation 4 users, and unfortunately a week later for Xbox One. I'm going to talk about that in a minute because I think that's horrible, but let's just go ahead and get these other details out of the way, of course. Of course, with this special event, we're going to be seeing Halloween-themed cosmetics in particular, and of course, we're probably going to see one for maybe even Thanksgiving, probably Christmas, New Year's, I would say. I'm sure Days of Summer will eventually return in summer 2019, so this is actually a really awesome move. I enjoy the fact that Call of Duty has finally listened to a lot of our input and has decided to go with this free stream of content and is actually trying to compete with the quality of other games' microtransactions and things like that, so this is it's a really good move especially for this game, because Black Ops 4 is going to have to compete with a lot of games. It's competing with Fortnite, it's competing with Red Dead Redemption 2, to an extent Battlefield 5. They have to make changes that are going to make people want to play the game, and I think that they're finally doing that. I think that this game in particular has already been one of the more innovative Call of Duties that we've seen. They've brought a lot of good stuff into this game. I mean, Battle Royale alone is really good in this game. Activision is finally listening. That's just a good move all around for everybody. So, last but not least, there is also this new Blackjack's shop, which is kind of returning from older games. That will be coming in November. And like I thought, this is actually going to allow players to directly purchase cosmetic items through a shop. This store is going to refresh weekly with all new custom emotes and things like that for players to buy, probably new cosmetics for your specialists. I would assume camos, probably if they introduce weapon charms back into this game. Of course, you're going to be able to get your blackout emotes and things like that. So, now I talked about this when this all first kind of started to come out after the leaks and everything, and everyone started getting really excited, that I thought that they would introduce a shop akin to Fortnite where you could just directly purchase all of the cosmetics that you want to purchase in the store instead of having to buy supply drops. And I'm glad that they're finally going that route too, because it's not even the fact that I hate microtransactions, because I don't. I'm even fine with Call of Duty having microtransactions, even though the games make hundreds of millions of dollars, even on launch weekends alone. Every single year, they make all this money. The esports, they make even more money. Throughout the year, they make even more money. They make billions off the supply drops, which I hated, but it's because of how anti-consumer they were. Okay, it's anti-consumer to lock all of this stuff, including pay-to-win weapons, behind these loot boxes for players to just spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on to get things that they want, have no guarantee they're ever going to get any of the things that they actually want, and pretty much basing all of the post-launch DLC that isn't a map behind that. It is much more pro-consumer to just give players the option to buy things that they want up front without having to go through all these little loops and these stupid processes. It's a major reason why Fortnite is actually so successful with its microtransactions. Then again, you have to cut Fortnite a lot more slack. The game is free to play. Call of Duty, once again, is a $60 game every year, so the argument can definitely be made that they still shouldn't be having a bunch of paid microtransactions in their game. And you know what? I can somewhat see and agree with that, but, I have no problem with supporting the developers and the creators of a franchise that I love with my money if the consumer practices that they're putting into their game are more ethical. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I'm fine with this, and I'm glad that they've made this change. I'm glad that the rumors were true. I do want to talk about this exclusivity, though, because I don't think that this is right at all. This is something I don't often touch upon. I did touch upon, I think, in Black Ops 3, I think it was, with the Back in Black map pack, where they pretty much gave a literal whole DLC pack exclusively to the PlayStation 4 with a bunch of throwback maps that did end up in Black Ops 4, actually pretty much cut directly into Black Ops 4, unfortunately. Yes, it is true, Xbox had exclusivity back in the day. They got their map packs 30 days early, which if you compare it to now, where we're getting events days early, we're getting all the new maps days early, we're getting all new content days early, we're getting exclusive map packs. The entire esports is based pretty much around the PlayStation 4. I think they're taking it a tad bit far. This whole exclusivity thing doesn't help anyone, okay? As a PlayStation 4 player, I don't feel happy getting on 7 days early and being like, oh, look at all those stupid Xbox One players that I get to beat out on DLC, and this is even especially shitty if you actually do plan, since Sony is opening up cross-platform with more games coming in the future months, if you do plan on opening this game up to crossplay, are you really going to do this? How are you going to do this? Are you still going to, you're going to have to separate the streams of players into PlayStation 4 and Xbox One again just to do these events and do all this exclusivity? I don't understand it. It's time to ditch this whole exclusivity thing. It's time that everyone gets everything at the same time, allow everybody to play the same shit at the same time. I'm not going out and buying a PlayStation 5 because Call of Duty is going to let me play an event 7 days early. I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen. And then on top of that, we still have the Black Ops Pass, which is still pretty anti-consumer, at least in its current state. At this point, if you're going to directly charge us for cosmetics and stuff that we can buy up front, and of course, I'm glad you are giving us the free content through the Contraband stream, it's time to just make maps free. Every other game's pretty much starting to do it. You're going to have to follow suit eventually. People don't really like the Black Ops Pass. There's been a lot of backlash against it. Anyways, there is one last detail I want to cover really quickly, and I think this is going to make everybody happy here. The max tier in Operation First Strike, which is the first, supply contraband stream event, basically, where you can earn all these free cosmetics, is actually 200, which is double what Fortnite brings, which means there is more cosmetics to be earned. Some of the unlocks have been revealed. You are looking at a screenshot right now. At level 200, the Ultra Signature Weapon Blinding Glory. Yes, Blinding Glory for the ICR-7. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to earn that. So there's gonna be a bunch of cosmetics and stuff for you to earn. I'm excited about this, and I want to know if you guys are, so make sure to leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here. Follow me on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. Consider donating on Patreon down below. Follow me on Twitch. Join the Discord down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus grinding the new Contraband stream and signing out.